Okay, it's an exciting day. We're getting ready to go over to Mercedes. We're gonna check out some Sprinter vans for you guys and see if they can change our mind. We're gonna learn about them ourselves, teach you guys what we learn about them, hopefully go on a test drive and just find out what the whole Sprinter van hype's about. So let's go check them out.
I like that tan one. Huh? They seem so big in person.
Oh, dang, I see what you're saying. Wait, so you said it has a backup camera?
Yeah, it's on the left side of the...
Okay, we're checking out the Sprinter van right now. It definitely feels a little smaller, but it could just be because of these. This was a used van. It's got 8,000 miles on it. So it has some stuff that's insulated, but it's a good deal. It's cheaper than a Transit. How does it feel in the cockpit?
It feels more like you're sitting deeper than sitting up like in a work van.
Yeah. What's the best way out of here?
Do that last one, I think.
I want to go around this guy.
Okay.
Yeah, this way. Does it have a dent right there?
I see them. Even just riding in the passenger seat feels like, I don't know, it doesn't necessarily feel like a metal box. But this one is insulated though, too. Don't forget, I want to drive it too.
Yeah, I'm gonna just try and get us somewhere. Okay. I know we were like, pro Transit in the last video, if you haven't seen that yet. But like, immediately, this thing feels way better.
There's no pedestrians.
It has some really cool features, which I'll talk about. And the two-wheel drive version of this is the same price as the two-wheel drive Transit. They're the same price. And I think this thing has so much more, but... I'm impressed. And then he was telling us that he has FedEx vans, newer vans like this, that got 400,000 or 500,000 miles on them all day.
He said 5.6.
5.6?
Yeah.
This is a kind of brand new Sprinter van. 144. This is like the most common one that everybody wants. Let's open it up and take a look at everything. The slider. He said that all these vans have this same floor. I That's probably an option. This is one of the most basic ones they sell. So let's just open it all up and take a look. We'll open the back doors. And then I guess one of the other things, so apparently they're all 4 cylinders now. They don't do the V6 anymore. And they started doing that in like 2023. But he says it can still tow. So as you can see, it still has the hitch right here. And he says it can tow up to like 5,000 pounds, even a 4-cylinder. He says something about like it gets 27 or something like that.
Yeah.
Crazy. It doesn't have the weird hinges anymore. It just sticks like that. And then let's go up here and show you the cockpit. So as you come in here, I do feel like it's smaller than the Transit van.
It's not as wide.
Immediately I feel like it's smaller, but Jaylena and I were talking and she says that maybe she thinks it's because of these wall panels, because the other one was completely empty. But I think just from the research we have done, the Sprinters are smaller, right? But one of the things I will make mention of is look at this ceiling. So he even mentioned it too, that it has these channels more often than the Sprinter, so there's just less. The Transit. There's less, there's more stability on the roof. And the other thing I'm gonna say about the Transit is it kind of slopes down here when you're trying to do a ceiling. This looks easier to build out. But one of the big deals though is on these Sprinter vans, if you want to sleep sideways to keep as much of your space up front, you do need to put bump outs on, which could be anywhere from
if you're tall.
If you're tall, that's $2,000 to $3,000 extra. You should do bump outs if you're trying to sleep this way. The Transit is known for not needing bump outs, and that's a big deal. That's a pretty big modification to the vehicle and a pretty big expense right up front. But I feel like if you did the bump outs, I feel like this space is roughly the same. Am I wrong?
Very roughly.
Yeah. Tell me your first impressions.
Immediately, my first impressions of the inside is that it feels smaller. Like you can immediately feel how much smaller it is. It is bigger than the T1N that I had, but it's a little bit smaller than the Ford Transit. The front cab area is night and day. Driving it, even just in the passenger seat, is night and day. I can't wait to actually drive it and see how I feel about it then. But it does feel very luxurious being in the Sprinter. I won't lie. I was totally like, nah, Ford Transit all the way. But then after being in the Sprinter, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. So this is why we're doing this. We're not just going gung-ho on one thing or the other. We're gonna check these things out and share our experience with you guys too. I want to show you guys the front of the Sprinter van. So as we come up here, the seats have like power lumbar, all kinds of stuff. If you're like, the seats are really nice. And then the windows will power fold. And then look at this cockpit.
Not the windows, the mirrors.
Or the mirrors will power fold in. This is all like swipe and stuff. And then I'm really impressed with the shifter. Like it's just up, reverse, down, drive. Like it's really nice. And this is the base model.
And this is a push to start.
Push to start.
And you can upgrade for the bigger front end with the like...
Yeah. Because I was like, where's the reverse camera? And it's actually in the mirror. But then he hit me with the 500,000 to 600,000 miles.
It's a lot of miles.
That's when he might have won me over. You know? Yeah. All right, let's go around the outside. Okay, we're gonna walk around the outside of it just so you can check it out.
It feels a lot bigger than you would expect. Maybe I'm just used to the T1Ns because they're, I feel like, much smaller.
Yeah.
And these are a lot heftier.
It looks really good.
They definitely have more curb appeal than the Transit.
I don't remember. Did the Transit have the hitch?
I think so. The longer one was like that big, so I would assume the other one would.
I was so pro Transit. I don't know. I'm gonna reserve my opinion till Jaylena's gonna drive it, and then we're gonna start heading back.
I'm excited.
All right, let's drive it.
Just don't forget your key.
Yeah, where is it?
Well, yeah, I don't know. What'd you do with it?
Do I have it?
Yeah, it's in your pocket, I think. Okay, so you don't have to hold the key, but push to start. You just gotta have the key on you. Wow. Okay.
So you just.
I know. I heard the whole spiel.
So is there no emergency brake?
I'm sure there is.
Tell us your. Well, let's get out on the road, and then you can tell us what you think.
It feels like a brand new nice car. Look, there's another one.
And then he said you fill the DEF every 4,000 miles.
Yeah, I read up on that when I was looking for a newer Sprinter back at one time in my life.
I mean, it definitely feels different, right?
Yeah. You don't. It doesn't feel like. It feels like a car, not like a truck or like a empty can. Which the Ford you kind of felt like it was your average car, not like a luxurious car. This feels like a brand new luxurious car. Like how you would feel when you get a brand new car. That's how it feels. Versus in a brand new Ford, I felt like it was more of just a normal car.
Yeah, I would say that. Is it?
This also has blind spot assist on it. It's push to start. It's definitely
And this,
much more upscale.
again, this is their lowest end model.
Yeah. I mean, I love it. It feels like a brand new car, like a luxury car. That's like the only way I can describe it. Should I go through this light?
Yeah. And then
I'll find somewhere to turn around.
I'm gonna say it just feels like a nicer car. And this one specifically is a really good deal. This one's on special.
I was gonna do a U-turn, but that car was behind me and I didn't wanna.
This one's on a special for like a pretty good price right now. Like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? All right. It's nice.
It's really, really nice. I see why it's really easy for people to go with the Sprinter. I feel like if I were someone who was gonna consider buying a Sprinter, I'd want to talk to all of my Sprinter friends and just see what their experiences have been.
I would say I don't really want to compare it to the other van we looked at right now. I just want to focus on this van. I would say, so these are typically construction cargo vans, right? They're made to do work. People have started converting them. I will say the big difference here is it feels like a luxury car, 100%. Like it has some stuff, and this is the base model, in that cockpit that is just nice. Like the transmission is really nice. The power, the windows folding up, and what did you say? It drives like a car, right?
It drives like an SUV, like a nice SUV, versus just a normal car or like a loud truck. Like it feels really good to drive.
Yeah, I mean, 4-cylinder. The 4-cylinder threw me off at first, I'll be honest. But I mean, he's saying that it can tow and do all the stuff. So
I don't know. I kind of love it.
oh my goodness. But this is the reason we're doing this. We want to take you guys along, show you this stuff. He says he has FedEx come buy these things, and he sees these things with 500,000-600,000 miles on them. So I mean, that's a pretty long... Most people probably won't own a vehicle that long or put that many miles on it. And this one specifically is a special and a really good price. But yeah. I think, well, I think if we did a layout, I would still do a very similar basic layout. I would do the bump outs 100%. And I definitely still do a seat here, swivel this, maybe a small little kitchen right here, and I'd probably just do bag overhead cabinets. You know, personally, something simple. But my overall impressions is I really like it. I think this is one of the perfect combinations between a luxury vehicle or just a nice regular car that you can drive around, and a small little camper. I really think it's a great option. And then with how long they last, now you do have Mercedes maintenance, but the amount of time that you get, the longevity that you have it in service, you know, I think is the difference. Is there anything you could think of?
What?
Anything we're missing? Any your thoughts, initial impressions?
I don't know, being in here is just I have my wheels turning on what a good layout would be. And the thing about the Sprinter versus any other van that you could build out is it's so popular that it has the most modifications and stuff that you can buy, add-ons and stuff, versus any other van, because these are the most popular. So you have that advantage. So any way you wanted to build it, if you wanted to do real shelves or the clip-in shelves, you know, you have all those options. And the bug nets and all of those things and the ones for your window that you can't get for other vans, they have them for Sprinters. So yeah, you have a lot more to play with the Sprinter van.
Yeah, these have the biggest aftermarket in the conversion world of any van on the market.
And if you do a good build, you cannot lose money on it. You make money as long as it was a decent build.
Yeah. So this, you know, I really wasn't into them before. I was, but I wasn't. But after going and checking one out, driving it, I mean, I see why.
You can floor right over this floor.
So I hope this helps some of you guys out there who are thinking about getting a van. Make sure to subscribe, because I'm going to be doing some more comparisons as well. I think we're going to go to Dodge, check out a ProMaster, and this way that we can go field drive all of them. I did another video on the Ford Transit if you want to check that out. And you can go through this whole journey with us and basically test drive these things with us and see and feel our first impressions. So make sure to subscribe if you're not already, and then we'll do a comparison of all of them at the end once we go to Dodge. But yeah, that's gonna wrap this one up. So thank you so much for being here. I really hope this video helped somebody out there. And before, I guess once we go check out one of the last vans, we'll sit down and talk about all of them, and you'll see what our favorite is. We don't even know.
No, I feel like the Transit's right here and the Sprinter's right here, but for very different reasons.
Yeah. All right, so make sure to stick around. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm Isaac, this is Jaylena. I'll put her channel in the description below as well, and we'll catch you guys in another one. Bye. Hey guys, I want to show you this. So you can see the fuel right there, but you can see it also has the def meter right there. So you can see both tanks. That's kind of nice. It drives like a freaking car, man.
It's It's so smooth. Easy to maneuver.
It's nice.
It's really nice.
Wow, it's nice. I don't want to give it back.
Are you handing me the phone?
I don't know
what you're
what
doing.
I'm doing.